Alright, let's try it like this, shall we? Okay. Hey everyone, I'm gonna try filming on my phone today because my computer is being dumb and the camera's not working basically. So this video is going to be my November wrap up update. So this video is going to be random November pickups. The video after this will be Criterions I got during the Barnes & Noble half off sale. So look forward to that. And this is weird because, I don't know, it's just weird. Hopefully it goes well though. So out of all of these, I haven't seen 2 of them, so that's pretty good. And this first one is one that I haven't seen, and that is the Riot Club. And this is something that my brother wants to watch, but right now we're watching a TV show. We're watching Friday Night Lights, so that's just what we've been watching lately. It's going slowly but surely, just because he's started lacrosse, and so he gets home from school and he just showers and watches 2 episodes and then he's like dead tired. So yeah, eventually we'll watch this soon though. Yeah, so this movie, it's this one and the next movie I'm going to show you I got from Amazon UK. So these are the UK editions. I don't know if this one has a US release. I think it does, or like they're working on one right now, but it's not out yet. And I know that the next one has a US release as well. Take out that as well. I know that the next one has a US release. So the Riot Club, I think this came out last year. Yes. The Riot Club came out last year. It's based off a play called Posh, so I think it's also called Posh in the UK. It's not the Riot Club. I mean, it could be called the Riot Club as well, but I know that Posh is an alternative title. I know that Posh is an alternate title. So this one is about the Riot Club. It's this like infamous club at Oxford, and this group of boys who can get away with anything basically. It says on the front, like filthy, rich, spoilt, rotten. So I'll just do a little close up here. And I think it involves a murder. So I mean, that's what I'm assuming. I don't know too much about it other than what I've seen in the trailer, and I do remember that in the trailer, like, they're covered in blood at one point. So I'm assuming that means murder. And this actually reminds me a bit of The Secret History, which is a book by Donna Tartt. And I really want to read that book soon, but I want to watch this first because I don't want to go into this movie thinking it's going to be an adaptation of The Secret History, because I've done that before where I've read a book that's similar to a movie and then I read the book first, or I start the book and I watch that movie, and it's just weird because I'm like expecting certain things, and I don't know, it kind of just messes with my mindset basically. Yeah. So, okay. Well, the back of this just says, set amongst the privileged elite of Oxford University, the Riot Club follows Miles and Alistair, two first-year students determined to join the infamous Riot Club, where reputations can be made or destroyed over the course of a single evening. From the director of One Day and the Best Picture Academy Award nominee for An Education, the Riot Club is based on the stage play Posh by Laura Wade. So, there's a little summary, extra summary, I guess. So this is Region B locked, and then on the inside there's just the disc. And does it have... I'm sure it has special features, but it just doesn't have them on the back. So, the Riot Club. And I love how... Oh, wait, here. You'll see this one. This is the third title that I'm going to show you. But see, like, this is like a US Blu-ray. And this is like... I guess this one wasn't the best one to grab. Here. This one's white, so you can see it better. Like, look how thin this one is, and look how thick this one is. It looks so much better, I feel like, especially because these are just like, oh, this has like 3 discs in it, but it's like a lot flimsier than this, and it also doesn't have like that cutout, you know, when it has like a recycle sign, like, and it's just cut out of the case. It's just, I don't know. I really like the thicker cases though. I guess technically this is like a Criterion case. Oh, I knocked all my movies over. Oh well. But like Criterion cases are usually thicker, so. Is that upside down? Does it have it? Okay, just kidding. Anyway. Moving on. Actually, I have to set this back up because they fell over. Hopefully I can edit this well. Sorry if I can't. I will apologize for that. Just because it's on my phone. But I don't see why I couldn't. I always edit my videos on YouTube anyway. So the next title I have is Far From the Madding. So the next movie I got is Far From the Madding Crowd, the 1967 version or adaptation. And goodness gracious, this movie was long. I didn't even look at the time before the running time before I watched it. It's 167 minutes, so just under 3 hours. I didn't know it was going to be that long. I mean, I didn't mind it. I just started it later than I should have. So, it is what it is. But as you probably know, I got the recent 2015 adaptation, and that was really good. This one's really good too. I still think I just prefer the recent adaptation. So this is what Vintage Classics, Studio Canal's Vintage Classics edition. Here's the back, and then the front is the same. I want to get the Tales of Hoffman from this line, collection, whatever you want to call it. Because I know the Criterion one is out of print. Oh, look, it has it right here. It's like an ad for Vintage Classics. But the Criterion one it's out of print, and it's so expensive on eBay and stuff. So it comes just with the disc and then this thing. I don't really know what this is. Oh, it opens. Oh, collect all of the titles in the Vintage Classics collection. So then, here, I'll show you this. Cool. And I'm pretty sure a lot of out-of-print Criterions are on here, I know. And non-out-of-print ones, too, because they have Don't Look Now. Oh, it just got really bright in here. Billy Liar, is that one out of print? I think so. Kind Hearts and Coronets, that one's out of print from Criterion. I can't even read that one. Yeah, just some stuff. Alright, moving on though, because it's Far From the Madding Crowd. I kind of already talked about what it's about in the video before this, where I talked about the recent adaptation. This one did include like a lot more, which obviously, because it's longer, you would expect it to include more of the story, which I really appreciated and I really liked, and I feel like that's why it's such a, like, they're both so equal. I don't know. I think I just prefer, I cannot get this on for the life of me. I think I just prefer the style of the recent adaptation. This is not happening. I'm so distracted right now. I got it. I did it from the bottom. Yeah, I do like that this one includes more, but I think I like the style of the recent adaptation better. Now I'm just going back and forth in my mind, thinking about it too much. But it does have the special features on the back, so I will list them. A new interview with Terrence Stamp. A new interview with Frederick Raphael. An interview with Nicholas Roeg, who is not the director. He oversaw the restoration for this edition. This is directed by John Schlesinger, Schlesinger. I can't say it. But he also, it's from, where does it say it? Oh my god, I literally just read it like 4 minutes ago. It said from the director of like Billy Liar and oh my god, I literally cannot find it. That's so weird. Oh, it's right here. From the director of Midnight Cowboy and Billy Liar. So, that director. So it comes with an interview with Nicholas Roeg, who oversaw the restoration. And then location inside Far From the Madding Crowd. New devices then and now. The locations of Far From the Madding Crowd. And a stills gallery, which I didn't go through because the movie was so long and I was like, I'm just going to bed now. So, the next title I got is just from the Scream Factory, Shout Factory sale that was going on, whatever you want to call it. It's Scream Factory, Shocktober, there we go. This next release is from Shocktober. Obviously I got this pretty early on in the month of November. My brother ordered a couple other things, and so I added this to his order, and that is The Doctor and the Devils. And I always mix up, like, with the plural, which one's plural, so I had to look at the cover to make sure I got the title right. That's a pretty cool cover. And this is the other one that I haven't seen yet. I don't really know that much about it. I think, like, this doctor, he, like, takes bodies from, I keep looking at, like, the screen instead of, like, the camera. But he, like, takes bodies, I'm pretty sure. Oh, right. So he, like, starts off, like, taking bodies, like, from graves and stuff, but then, in order to do his work, he decides to get fresher bodies, and that involves murder, so, and that's the gist of what I know. I do know it also has Patrick Stewart and Twiggy, which is always interesting. What, she was also in, like, Body Bags, I think? One of the skits in Body Bags. Yeah, but I know Twiggy because when I was younger, I used to watch, like, America's Next Top Model, and she was a model, so, yeah. And then the next release I got, this is really cool. I expected the casing to be a little bit better, But yeah, it is what it is. It's still pretty darn awesome. And there's something on the cover. So this is James Dean, The Lost Television Legacy. And this is just DVD. But I saw an advertisement on TCM. You know how they like do their own ads for like certain movies that they release from their collection and stuff. So this is something that was like exclusive from TCM, the TCM shop. It said in the advertisement though that it was like available for a limited time, and I like freaked out. I freaked out and I was like, oh my gosh, how long does that mean? And I like contacted them to see, and the reply was basically not even an answer. So I don't know how long this is available for. I don't know if it's, a limited print run, or if they're just, I don't even know what that means. Like, available for a limited time. Like, what happens when you have more that can be sold? So this includes just base. Hold on, wait. Does it say? Because I'm not sure if this has everything that James did. I'm not sure if this has everything that James Dean did on TV, or if this is the largest. Oh, here it says, this is the most complete collection to date of Dean's television legacy, featuring 19 full episodes, 2 original commercials, and 2 clips featuring James Dean. So, and they're all remastered. So that's pretty cool. So there's 3 discs. I'll open this up. There's like a nice booklet in here, and it's pretty thick. It's just as thick as a Criterion booklet, really. And then there's disc 1, and disc 2 and 3. So each, on the back here, it says like disc 1, original commercials, 3 minutes. And then the next feature on it is called Family Theater, Hill Number 1, and that's 58 minutes. And then the next after that is Trouble with Father, Jackie Knows All, and that's 26 minutes. And then it just continues from there, but there's about 22? Oh, of course there would be that much. So there's a lot of, I don't want to go through it all, but I don't think I've seen any of these. I guess this is another thing I haven't watched yet. But when you think about it, it's a lot, because it's like 3 minutes, 58 minutes, 26 minutes, 55, 3, 53, 28, 13, 27, 54, 54, 55, 27, 27, 27. So that's a good day just to watch all of this. And then there's some bonus features, a photo gallery from 3 photographers who knew Dean. So the first one is Roy Schatt. The second is Frank Worth, and the third is Sanford Roth. Then there's like a 4-minute restoration demonstration, a silent documentary short, which is only 3 minutes, called Fairmont Today, and the booklet, which is called Where All Honor Lies. So that's pretty cool. And then I have a couple of steelbooks, and the first one is Sweeney Todd. I've been like really into musicals lately. It's kind of ridiculous. And how did I watch this? Did I record it, or did I don't know. I watched it, and then I had to get the steelbook, basically. That's what happened. And oh my gosh, I had to here. You know how like UK editions usually have like this rating, I don't know, this has to do with the rating, right? This thing, or like the triangle, or like the hexagon or something like that. So right here and here, there were, like in the corners here, there were stickers of those symbols. And I thought it was like part of the steelbook. And I was like, really? Why would they do that? But it wasn't. They were stickers. But I was so nervous trying to take them off because I have relatively long nails. and I was afraid that I would just scratch right off the design, but I didn't, and I'm thankful for that. But why would they put it? I just never understand it when companies put stickers like on the actual release, or like, oh gosh, I always have to get the stickers off of not steelbooks, slip covers that my brother gets. Like if he gets a movie release and it comes with a slip cover. And Best Buy is the freaking worst. Their stickers don't come off easily, and it always leaves like the sticky residue. And it's just like people go to Best Buy all the time to make sure that they get the slipcover, or order on their website to make sure that they get the slipcover, and then they put stickers on it and you can't get them off. It's dumb. It should always be on like the plastic wrapping on the actual like case. So that's what I think. Just a little rant there. So here's the back. The full title of this is Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, which sounds really ridiculous, honestly. This is a Tim Burton film, his adaptation of the musical. And this one is region A. I think this is region A and B. I'm pretty sure, because I know it's region A. I tried it in my Blu-ray player up here in my room, and it worked, thankfully. And then obviously with all these little symbols, it's also region B. So that's nice. But this is Tim Burton's film adaptation of the musical. Sweeney Todd comes to town to exact revenge, basically. I think he has like a different name before. Like he lived in this town, and then as a barber, and then this judge basically like runs him out of town, and he comes back to take revenge because this judge ruined his life, and there's more to it, but I don't. For anyone who hasn't seen it, I don't want to give away too many details. So yeah, this is really nice though. It's a bit more green in person. Or maybe that's just a reflection from my room. Quite possibly. And then the next steelbook I got is Region A, and that is Eastern Promises. I freaking love this movie. I rented this in like August or September, probably. And my brother didn't like it that much. I don't know. He was tired and he was just falling asleep. And it felt like a really long movie. Like, I thought this was like 3 hours, honestly. And it's like an hour and 41 minutes. What? Okay. It's so good though. And I love the steelbook. It's just so simple. And it's like Viggo Mortensen's character's hands. I can't remember his character's name. So that... Oh, I have to take this out. But here's the inside. So it has the, DVD and Blu-ray? Yeah. So, Blu-ray, DVD. I usually take these things off. I have yet to do that. Or maybe I tried and it was just really difficult. And then here, the back is just Viggo Mortensen's character. Man, Eastern Promises. This is directed by David Cronenberg. David? It sounded like I said David. This is directed by David Cronenberg. It's not one of his, like, really weird films, like Videodrome or something that has, like, weird, just strange technology and, like, secret society type things, you know what I mean? That's the way I describe David Cronenberg's work. But this is, like, totally normal. It's about this nurse, played by Naomi Watts, who I really like. And she's a nurse, and there's this girl that comes in, and she's pregnant, and she dies, and Naomi Watts' character wants the baby to, live with family, and she wants to find, like, a proper home without the baby having to go through, like, the childcare system, the foster system. I don't know if there's, like, a different name for it, and it takes place in the UK, in England. So, I don't know if there's like, if the foster system is actually in England or if it's called something else. But the girl, the mom of the baby, she had a diary and it's written in Russian. And so the nurse tries to get the diary translated so that she can find family of the girl and of the baby. And basically she becomes involved with the mob in a way, the Russian mob, and Viggo Mortensen is like the driver. So the driver. And yeah, I don't know, it's just really good. Like, I was expecting it to be like a weird movie, like Videodrome or something like that, and it just wasn't. And I love like mysteries and like historical fiction, basically. Oh, it's so good. And really, I've seen some of the special features on here. I mean, there's lots of interviews and like behind the scenes stuff. But Viggo Mortensen was talking about the tattoos. Like, basically, he has a lot of tattoos all over his body, like his character. And they're like really accurate to like people that are in this specific mob. And I don't know, it's just really cool. Anyway, I have to get a drink of water. Okay. So the next release, so the next movie I have, and it had a really difficult Best Buy sticker on it, is Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. And I usually say it really fast where I'm just like, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. But, oh, I should have brought my book. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my book. Okay. Let's get all situated again. So, I got my book. I read this book a while ago, and then I saw that it was a movie. They did a movie. They made a movie of it, and it was just really exciting. And it's all just so good. So, So, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl is about this boy, Greg, and here, let's zoom in here. That's Greg, that's Earl, that's Rachel, aka the Dying Girl. And Greg, he just kind of skates through life. Like, he doesn't want to be noticed. He just doesn't want attention put on him. And one day his mom tells him that Rachel, this girl in his class, has cancer. Specifically a type of leukemia, and she makes him like visit her basically, and he just starts visiting her like every day, and they start hanging out, but they're like not really friends. Like, he has like a weird like friend phobia basically. Like, Earl is not his friend, he's his coworker, and like they make films together, which I just think anyone who's into film, anyone who likes the Criterion Collection, anyone, like, just watch it, because I think you'll like it. It's so good. But Greg and Earl was introduced. Greg and Earl were introduced to like foreign cinema and like classic cinema when they were like, I think like 8 or 9. They watched what's that movie called? Aguirre, The Wrath of God, or something like that. And so the Werner Herzog. What's Am I missing letters there? I don't know. But basically, since they saw that movie, they are just really interested in watching anything else that's like foreign cinema and classic cinema, and they made like their own films, but they're like they're like a play on, they're like their own take on like a classic film. So like examples in the book are different than what they do in the movie, and actually one of, doesn't have it on here. Yeah. So there's Greg Gaines and Earl Jackson Productions, and that's just like a list of all of the films that they've made. And so, for example, like in the movie, the movie Midnight Cowboy, so they do their own version, and it's called 2:48 p.m. Cowboy. And then like Mean Streets, instead of that, it's called like Grumpy Cul-de-sacs. And I can't think of like any more. Actually, they do Don't Look Now, but they like add something to it, and oh my gosh. Actually, okay, just spoiler alert if you haven't seen Don't Look Now, or yeah, just basically if you don't know about Don't Look Now, just don't pay attention for the next like minute or so. So Chase and I watched Don't Look Now like a week before we watched this, or like just a few days before we watched this. And their title for Don't Look Now is Don't Look Now, colon, like, the colon, or watch out, there's a dwarf about to kill you, like behind you or something like that. And I'm like, well, thankfully we watched Don't Look Now like a few days ago, because if we didn't, we would have been spoiled for it. I mean, except me. I read the short story first, so I knew that it was like a dwarf, but it was just like, really? Way to give like a spoiler there. And then like, I don't know. You can listen now, but the phone's ringing. Okay, I don't know if a message was left. Okay, well, it's just really great. It's just really great. It's funny. It has lots and lots of film references. And actually, I read this interview, or it wasn't an interview. It was just like a little article about the film. Peter Becker actually like lent them their like Criterion catalog. Like, there's so many Criterion films in this movie, like physical releases, that you're like, oh my gosh, so many Criterions, That's because Peter Becker like lent them the movies. Like, how cool? Like, how cool is that? I don't know, it's just really cool. And like, they go to like the store at one point, and there's just Criterions everywhere. I don't know. I just keep talking about it, but I love the book a lot, and I love the movie, and I actually like annotated in my book like the part, I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but actually like movies that are referenced in the book aren't movies that are referenced in the movie, except for the Aguirre, The Wrath of God. But where it lists like some of their productions, some of the films that they did. Oh, I found it actually. Let's see. In the book, it has the Gaines / Jackson, the collected works, and it's just a partial list, but they did like Earl, The Wrath of God 2. And then like then they have like Ron 2, like RAN, and then obviously that's Ron the first. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced. Okay, is it working? Yes. Alright, my phone ran out of battery, so I had to plug in the charger. But anyway, and then they have Apocalypse. Then they have Apocalypse Later, and obviously that's Apocalypse Now. Star Pieces, like peace. so that's obviously Star Wars. Hello, Good Die, which I don't know what that is. I think it's a James Bond film, but I don't know what the title is of it, cause it's about James Bondage. That's what it has, like the title and then a little synopsis of what it's about and like how the production went. Then they have like Casablanca, 2002, the Manchurian Cat Date. But those are the only ones that they list in here. I don't know, I just like annotated throughout the book. Anywhere they, in the book, they're like about to watch Mulholland Drive soon for like the first time, and it mentions David Lynch like a bunch of times, and I just like, I like circled it, I like underlined it because I read this during like my, like the pinnacle of my David Lynch obsession. So if you remember a few videos back or so, I was just like obsessed with David Lynch, and I talked about how I was just watching like all of his films. I rented them all from Netflix through the mail. And actually, going back to the movie real quick, the slipcover has like this weird like rubbery feeling. It's really awesome, but the Best Buy sticker was right here. And in order to get like the sticky part off, I rubbed it a lot so that it would come off, and it just completely wore off the like rubbery finish. So it's weird because right here it's like rubbery, and then as you go down it's like a normal slipcover, and it's just like smooth. I don't know. It was really annoying though. I'll open this real quick. Digital HD code. The disc. See, like this. Like, really? Like, it just makes it so flimsy. Like, I guess I don't mind if it comes with a slipcover, but... and then just real quickly, I know this video is going to be, like, really long. Like usual. The special features. An audio commentary by director Alfonso Gomez-Reyon. Deleted scenes. Abstract movie for Rachel, so I'm pretty sure it's just like this, basically the rest of the movie I didn't really describe very much, but they decide to make a movie. The school finds out that Greg and Earl make movies, and they basically they've been persuaded to make Rachel a movie because that's nice, and she's a dying girl. So this is where you learn how the movie was made. Oh yeah, all the chapters and stuff in the book is like, this is the part where this is when, so that's why the special feature is called This is where you learn how the movie was made. I didn't watch this one entirely. I started it and then I was tired, so I went to bed. A conversation with Martin Scorsese and Alfonso Gomez-Reyon. I don't know how to say his last name actually. It's Gomez-Rejon, but Spanish names get me. I can't do it. And then the Greg Gaines and Earl Jackson productions, Greg's trailer, a gallery, and more. So, cool. Me and Earl and the dying girl. And then I have another like young adult type film, and that is Paper Towns. Oh, it's still sticky. That was disappointing. Paper Towns. So, I read John Green's books. He's the author of like The Fault in Our Scars. Jesus Christ, I cannot speak today. He's the author of The Fault in Our Stars and Paper Towns, and there's this other book called Looking for Alaska, which they're getting like, I think the script is being written right now. That's his most popular work, other than The Fault in Our Stars. I think that's surpassed it. But Paper Towns is my favorite John Green book. So I just bought this. This was also from Best Buy, which is got the stickiness on it. This was really good. It's about this kid Quentin, and he loves Margot, and Margot lives across the street from him. And when they were younger, like, they were friends, but as they grew older, she was like the popular kid and he was just never noticed. And then one night, she sneaks into his room and needs to borrow his car. And then she has him actually go along with her. She has like a plot to exact revenge on her boyfriend and some friends of hers. And so the next day she goes missing. I mean, she's not like, obviously she's just not there, and they don't really notice until she's gone for like a week or so. And so he goes and tries to find her, basically, and there's like some creepy moments. It's sort of like a mystery, but at the same time, it's very like young adult as well. And it's funny. So yeah, Paper Towns comes with a DVD and Blu-ray. And I know there's like other editions of this. There was one, and like the slipcover came with like an opening thing. I don't really know. I don't care about that though. I just wanted to see the movie, and this was like on sale at Best Buy. And the special features are deleted scenes, an alternate scene, the making of Paper Towns, John and Nat, because Nat Wolff plays Quentin, John and Nat lightning round, John and Cara, I think it's Cara Delevingne? Cara. Cara Delevingne plays Margot. She's also a model, but now she's like acting. So John and Cara, lightning round, a gag reel, a photo gallery, and more. And then we're almost done. I'm trying like to fly through these ones basically. And then the next movie I have is The King and I, and this was on sale from Amazon for a while, and I just decided to get it because I'm really into musicals lately. Yeah. So I watched this for the first time, and it was good. I mean, I wasn't like blown away by it, but I really liked it still. And this is like a 3-disc set. So it comes with like a Blu-ray, a DVD, and I'm pretty sure disc 3, they all look the same. And I'm pretty sure disc 3 is like more special features. So disc 1 is The King and I in high definition, 6 behind-the-scenes featurettes, vintage stage excerpts, music machine with sing-along, Anna and the King TV pilot, a Fox Movie Tone news, still galleries, and more. Disc 2 is The King and I in standard definition, songs only option, and sing-along, like subtitles option in English, and more. Disc 3 is basically the same special features that are on disc 1, except on a DVD. So, The King and I is, oh my gosh, I forgot her name already. Oh yeah, Anna Leonowens. Yeah. She was like a real lady. Gosh, I like looked it up on like Wikipedia too. I was like, who is this lady? I want to know like the history behind this movie. And I can't remember most of it. But she moves from England to Thailand. What is now Thailand, it was Siam. There we go. You know, like Siamese. So, it was Siam, and this takes place in 1862. She is to be governess of the king's children, and he has like a ridiculous amount of children, like 100. Like 100? Yikes. I mean, he has like 37 wives, probably. That's insane. Yeah. I mean, in real life, he had like 100 children. There's not like 100 children in this movie, though. Yeah, and she just like she needs certain things to sustain life there. Like she wants to have her own house and not live in the castle. She has her own son that she wants to like teach, but also like wants him to be like humble and not used to like living in a castle and such. Anyway, the king and Anna have like conflicts, but basically they have like the same interest in mind and outcome. You know, he's trying to like really westernize Siam, but like, oh, there's just parts where you're like, how can he be so stupid at the same time? They think that Siam's like the biggest country in the world, and like it's sort of sad at the same time as it's like frustrating that you can't believe that they don't know this. But anyway, yeah, The King and I, and it's a musical. Just to reiterate that it's Rodgers and Hammerstein's The King and I. There's the cover. Two more. We can get it. We can get through it. So the last two I got, I haven't like watched since I've gotten them, because I got them just this week, but I've seen the movies, and that is The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club. It's the 30th anniversary edition. Comes with this nice slipcover. I mean, who hasn't seen The Breakfast Club? Do I actually have to describe to you what this is about? I don't think so. Comes with a digital HD code, and then there's just like the plain silver and blue disc. I have a poster actually in my bedroom that has, it's like the picture of them like all like leaning against the lockers, you know, and then on the side it has the letter that's like Brian, right? Brian the Brain. Is that what they did? Brian the Brain. I'm pretty sure his name's Brian though. The like essay that they're supposed to write basically is read out loud. The like letter to Mr. Vernon. Yeah. It's The Breakfast Club. But the bonus features on here: Accepting the Facts, The Breakfast Club trivia track. Sincerely Yours, a 12-part documentary. That should be interesting. The Most Convenient Definitions, The Origins of the Brat Pack. Feature commentary with Anthony Michael Hall and Judd Nelson, and theatrical trailer. So, this is awesome. It's just awesome. And I cannot believe I'm getting it for the first time now. Honestly, that's crazy. And then here we go with more musical madness. The Phantom of the Opera. This is my obsession lately. Like, let me just clarify how obsessed I am with The Phantom of the Opera. I read the book I started it in June and I finished it in July. So I read the book by Gaston Leroux. Then I watched the 1925 movie adaptation with Lon Chaney. Then I watched, there was like I don't know, oh my god, it's really gonna bother me. There was like a 1989 or something film adaptation, but there was like twists put on it. It was like it was different than the book, but I watched that movie, and I watched the musical, and then I watched like this musical film adaptation, and now I can watch the 43, I think it's 43, around that time, adaptation with Claude Rains. Like, I'm going insane, basically. And I have the soundtrack from this on my Rhapsody playlist, as well as the original cast soundtrack and the 25th anniversary live at the Albert Royal Hall soundtrack as well. The Phantom of the Opera is awesome. The movie is, oh shoot, hold on. Okay. So the movie. So this movie is a film adaptation of the musical. And the musical and the original story, like the book and the 1925, first, basically since the 80s, because 85, 86 is when the Phantom of the Opera musical was written and then premiered. And the musical is a lot different than the original story. Which I like both of them a lot. I think, the Phantom is really not that big of a character in the original story, but obviously, he's a major part of the musical. I keep going back and forth in my mind which one I like better, but I mean they're both great. And the Andrew Lloyd Webber, who's the creator of the musical, writer, creator, all that stuff. He says that they're different, and he respectably did his own thing with it. And a lot of the people who have read the book and see the musical say how they don't like how the Phantom is only called the Phantom in the musical. His name in the book is Eric, but he's never, he doesn't have a name in the musical. And that's something that Andrew Lloyd Webber did on purpose. In the book he's Eric, but in the musical he's the Phantom. So I don't know, I could probably ramble on about that for a while. Yeah, but I saw this when it came out. I was probably 8 or 9. And I'd only seen it that one time, but it was one of my favorite movies. And then I hadn't seen it again until recently, after I read the book. So it was really cool to be able to go back to something that I still had in my mind, but not very vividly. So if you don't know what the Phantom of the Opera is, it's about Christine, who is an opera singer. She works with opera, but she's mostly just a behind the scenes stage dancer, and she doesn't really have any leading parts, and people don't really know who she is until the Phantom as her angel of music. Because when she was a kid, her dad told her of this angel of music that would visit her and help her with her musicality, I guess. So the Phantom gives her secret voice lessons, and she becomes this really amazing singer. and the Phantom, like, blackmails the owners and other people in the production, like the star of the show, the person who's supposed to be the star. He blackmails them all to have Christine be the leading role and all this other stuff. And like everyone that's involved in the production, like is like, oh, the Phantom of the Opera, you know, they're all like they're all like afraid of him and stuff. But like there's these new owners and they're like, the Phantom of the Opera, yeah, right. Like this is a hoax, right? But it's not. And the Phantom lives like underground in the underground like river of under the Paris Opera House, and a few times he like kidnaps Christine and Raoul, who is like Christine's childhood friend. They like fall in love, and Raoul has to like save her basically. You know, they're trying to be together, but the Phantom is obsessed with Christine, so that's not gonna happen. Is basically what yeah, I don't know. That's what is going on in this movie, in this musical, in the musical. I mean, that's basically the premise of the book as well, but there's a lot of differences, which again I won't get into. The special features on here: Behind the Mask, the story of the Phantom of the Opera, the making of the Phantom of the Opera in 3 spellbinding acts, pre-production, the director, and production, No One Would Listen, an additional scene, a sing-along, and theatrical trailer. And oh my gosh, just one more thing before I wrap this up. Katie Holmes was supposed to play Christine in this movie. And, I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of things that Katie Holmes is in, but I heard that she sang in, like, an episode of Dawson's Creek, and a lot of people made fun of her because she was, like, really terrible. And when I read that she was supposed to play Christine, I'm like, what? She was supposed to play Christine? Like, thank God. Like, no offense to her, like, I don't really know her as a person, but I don't really like her as an actress. Or a singer. I don't know what she sounds like as a singer, though, so I guess I can't say too much about that. And then Anne Hathaway was supposed to play Christine, and I'm not a huge Anne Hathaway fan either. But I'm glad that she also decided to do. I think, like, I don't remember what happened with Katie Holmes, like scheduling conflicts or overall conflicts, or she like dropped out or something like that. But then Anne Hathaway decided to do The Princess Diaries 2, so thankfully. And so then Emmy Rossum got the part of Christine, and I really like Emmy Rossum. A lot of people know her as Fiona in Shameless, the United States version of Shameless. So yeah, just awesome. Emmy Rossum. Awesome Emmy Rossum. Hey. Okay. So that's it. I'm gonna see how well I can edit this. I had to do it in like multiple videos because apparently this camera has like my phone using the camera has like a time limit on how long you can record videos for. And then my battery started dying, so we'll see how this goes. I really don't want to like re-record this, but I'm probably gonna try. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let's see, will I record my Criterion video soon? Probably, hopefully. Yeah. Well, stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!